We didn't want anyone else because the first wall he did for us was done so well. We assumed the second one would be just as good.
And this is his masterpiece.
You have to knock it down. I would not sit by your pool with that wall there. It's gonna fall on you.
I think he worked for someone else a while ago and got lost by the time he got to here and went, oh my God, I don't know what to do.
It's hard for me to honestly believe that somebody would intentionally start something that they had no intention of finishing.
How do you finish this area?
And he basically said, don't worry, it'll get done, but it was very vague. And within a few days, he was gone.
All in all, not gonna work, never gonna last, totally done wrong, walked away with the monies.
Almost 14,000 that we've
Almost
paid.
14,000.
That money has been wasted.
Oh yeah, baby. Mike Holmes. But if you're gonna do it right the first time. Let's get rid of it. How do you do this to a family? Look at the nest. They got a nest of them. Oh my God. On the money. 2, 3.
Oh my God!
It's perfect.
Thank you guys. Oh, do I ever?
Joe and Lisa got a nice house, nice pool in the backyard. They hired a contractor years ago to do patio stone around the pool and a small retaining wall. Did a fine job. Years later, they want the back done.
We had 3 layers of garden. We said we want to get rid of it all because it's rotting from carpenter ants and things, and it was 25 years old.
So they called the company. The company's too busy, but they happened to fall upon the guy that worked with the company.
He did a great job. He was always there early, worked late, and we thought this is the guy we want to get for this job. And he wrote us out a very detailed quote that included the screening, the removal of the pressure-treated wood, removal of clay, building some stairs. He laid it all out for us with the price.
Joe,
Hi, Mike.
Lisa, great to see you again.
Good to see you too.
Hello, hello.
Talk about a friendly contract. Joe, the homeowner, gets paid $14 an hour off the total price for doing some work.
I said, I'll do all the grunt work. I'll move all the stone to the back. I'll take all the clay to the front. I'm happy doing that. But you're the expert. You do all the cutting and all the stuff that makes it last. These are all the tools left by the contractor.
And he hasn't tried to come back and get them?
No, this is his cut for the stone. We only noticed the other day, there's a Home Depot.
Oh, I think they have a missing saw they'd like to know, eh?
In he comes. Give me about $10,000 labor. You know, don't worry about a contract. Let's do it cash. We'll save you some money.
Actual cash in hand to him was 10,000.
Did you say cash in hand
Red flag number 1, cash.
or checks?
Cash.
Here we go again.
Cash, which means did you have a contract?
There was, well, not a...
Put it in writing. Pay by check. If anything happens, it's just another step in the system that helps you. In this case, there's nothing to help you.
Now, honestly, I love this stone, but there's a limit to its height. The limit to its height is 3 feet.
If you read the directions, it tells you not to exceed 36 inches in height. It's there for a reason, directions. We should read them. Maybe the contractor should read them, eh?
Here's a big issue. This is your neighbor up here.
Yes.
All right, we have the grate up here, so which means in the winter or fall, spring, especially spring, imagine all the water coming this way and behind this wall.
When that water comes down that hill, and it will because the neighbors is higher land, it's gonna freeze and push that wall over in the first year.
All that money that you spent goes right out the window. So you had how much to the contractor?
Totaling 10,000.
10,000 to him. So that was paying just for labor.
Yes.
And materials.
And materials?
No, that's
Well,
just to him.
Because you bought the materials separately, didn't you?
We ended up paying some of the bills that weren't paid by the contractor.
Ah,
Red flag number 2, things appear to go wrong.
The second dumpster was filled. What we didn't know is that he had taken all the old pressure-treated wood and buried it under the dirt.
so you
Covered it
had
with
pressure
dirt.
treat retaining wall here before?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Buried that in with the clay. The guy with the dumpster truck came back, furious, pounding on the front door, angry as ever, and said, if you don't pay me $300, I'm gonna dump this wood on your driveway. And I'll skip all the expletives. This guy was furious.
That's not right. That's not nice. And I don't think he's allowed to do that, but you paid that bill.
We did.
Okay.
We had already paid him the $250 for the dumpster, $300 for his fine, and that was a pretty exciting day, $550 for a dumpster.
I think they're out of pocket $14,000, including materials, including labor. And I look at it and go, for what? A little bit of dig back that Joe did, some stone installed.
I guess the idea was to move the wall back, put in more patios, so tie into existing.
New stone, old stone, 2 different colors, 2 different batches, never gonna match.
This needs to be underground.
Yeah.
Because we need a locking effect of some sort. I don't want to just rely on the paving stone, because what's going to happen is it's going to push it against the pool. If there's any push on this wall, it will push that against the pool.
He laid the first layer when I wasn't home, and when I came the second day, he had already done 2 levels. And I said, is that going to be deep enough? And he goes, oh yeah.
None of it's glued. Did he glue anything?
Nothing.
He told us that he'd be gluing the coping.
The top stone.
Right.
Okay, well. None of the corners have been done whatsoever.
No, they don't match up at all. He said, I'm gonna take it out and cut it and put it back.
So he put it in to look at it, to take it out and cut it, and do it again.
They don't match at all.
Everything to do with those stairs are wrong. They are not proper steps. We want precast sections. All he's done is use the stone to create the steps and the coping stone on top of it. Not how it's done. This whole stair section should have been removed to tie everything back in and then reapply the stairs back in place, because you can't leave the wood in the ground. Now that you know that it's no good, you've got to remove it. So that means pulling all that stone back, digging up this area, redoing, tying it all into this point here so that everything becomes structurally intact.
Partway through the job, he dropped a few hints that he was overwhelmed with the size of the job.
Did he have like a mini excavator come back here?
It was all by hand.
All by hand?
I was the excavator. And he said, I dread answering the phone when I go home at night. A lot of people are trying to get a hold of me, and they're angry about quotes that I haven't delivered yet.
And why didn't you go to a bigger stone? Or you've got a whole bunch of bedding and trees you got to hold back.
And he at one point said, I'm not going to be doing jobs this big anymore.
That's a huge red flag. First of all, that's not a big job. And if that job was too big for him, he should go work at a fast food restaurant.
You were the mule carrying it back, so I don't know what his worry was with going with a bigger stone. I'm sorry about that.
I'm a mule.
I'm gonna bring in a different stone. I'm gonna try and do a heavier stone in the back, because that's a big retaining area. And then obviously pull up all that interlocking stone around the pool, take down that fence, not to mention the carpenter ants and the fence up above.
I'm gonna rip this apart. We're gonna give all this stuff away to a family that can use it, because I do not want to throw anything out that's still reusable. And we're gonna change this just a little bit.
We live on the side of a hill. The ground is shifting all the time. We've had other experiences, shall we say, because we live on the side of a hill. So the retaining wall is important. It's not just decorative. It's not ornamental. It's serving a purpose, and we want it safe.
I'll see you in a week.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
No worries, and you're not gonna be working anymore, okay?
I'm not working.
Okay.
Good.
We'll
So
see
my
you soon.
back can heal now.
Okay, we'll see you soon. Just the more we can keep it covered up, the more, even though they got their blinds closed and they're promising not to look, something tells me they've looked.
I have a feeling.
You could read his lips, a few expletives. He picked up the stone he was working on, threw it on the ground. And I certainly was not comfortable with coming out saying, so, how are things going? And he left the backyard and never saw him.
Just for now, just because this tree's so tall,
Yeah.
let's take it down to here, probably no more than the second road.
Okay.
Keep it across here and then break it down
Good
and just
idea.
leave this one piece in. Everything else comes on.
Okay, ready, guys?
We're gonna do the old grab and run.
Grab and run them.
I'll just make it so you don't slip.
Oh.
I'm not in a hurry. I'm not gonna take 2, kill myself. I used to be 22, I'm not anymore. It reminds me when I used to be in Egypt 175,000 years ago. Thank God we're not building a pyramid. These are small stones. Could you imagine moving those big stones? Like, they didn't have skid steers, tractors, cranes, anything back then, eh? I'm still curious how they did it. Something to do with a UFO, I think. This is not how we do stairs. This is just a little bit of screening on top of the earth. We do have a layer of stone across here to help keep somewhat of a retaining, but that layer of stone really was for this wall here, right? Nothing on that side whatsoever, and you don't just pile it up. This requires a base.
But everything starts off your baseline. Wall, stairs, everything. Baseline, that has to be perfect. And backfill as you go up. So that way you're working off perfection, you keep going up and it stays perfect.
I guess their whole hope here was just to put a small bed here right on top of here. Like, what's gonna stop that from being pushed out this way?
Nothing. You need more drainage behind the wall, right to the bottom. He's got drainage at the top. It's not draining anything. The water's gonna sit behind this and push the middle out. The corners gotta tie into each other. They gotta tie into the wall so it becomes part of the wall to give it strength.
Since we're here, we might as well take this down and build them a new fence. It's in real bad shape. Look at it, it's just rotting apart. We're gonna need to step this down because I do not want to make a huge, huge retainer here. We'll have to step it down. Dig this back out and bring in, step it up that way.
And step it up this way. The shed's not bolted down. You can pick this up and move it.
And move all this?
This is fine. I can work around this and ramp up that way.
What if we pull the stone out? How far do we have to be away from the pool with the skid steer?
Just off the A-frames from the back of the steel walls. Just about 2-3 feet. Probably stay back from it because you can't compact around it.
I suppose we're gonna have an issue with the pool. We're gonna have to close up the pool before we do that.
Because you got your filter pump and everything in there. It's going to need to be winterized first.
I'm sure Adam knows how to do that, so maybe we'll do that. All right, I don't see a choice in this one.
Stairway to nowhere. I am not surprised at all at how fast this is coming apart. I thought this wall was going to take us all day. We've been able to do this in roughly not even 2 hours. I'm amazed. We're down to our last stones. Thank God. I think everyone's ready to die. As soon as we're done, we're going to have some lunch. And then I'm sure Mike will have a lot more for us to do. I'm looking at this pool thinking we're going to have to pull up this patio. So going fast isn't always the best solution. Okay, kiddies, last ones. There's one for you.
This is only like 12,700.
One for you.
For me.
One for you. One for you. And one for me. That's it. All right. Happy birthday.
Come on, guys, sing.
Uncle Billy.
Oh my gosh.
Happy birthday
Oh my
to
God.
you.
I can't blow all them out, Mike. Happy birthday. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay, that's back to work. Let's go.
What we should do is just take it off and pile it in coordination as the size of the stone so we can pick and choose.
Yeah, you're gonna wanna save the bigger stuff for the bottom for sure, and then
Most
sort of
definitely.
taper it back. I'm gonna try to take the small stuff off with the machine and then let the forks take the wider stuff off. It's a little easier for it to pick up. We'll try to keep the smaller stuff at this end because it's gonna be near the end of the job.
Okay.
And then the bigger stuff can go down there and then we can start trucking her into the backyard.
We have the armor stone here this morning. We're going to be using the armor stone as the retaining wall, and it's pretty huge. And this is one of our only entry points. We got about 78 inches, guys, to get that truck in here. This shed's definitely got to move, doesn't it? Yeah, we'll just take this thing right out. Okay, well, let's start by taking down this fence section. I want to try and salvage this in case we need to use it again.
Well, as usual, we've taken over the street again. We have the stone there. We're gonna put the stone here. We'll just back this guy in. This is our base gravel, the first of probably many. I love this truck because he's got a separator in between. He'll step forward and drop the second load. perfect. Look at that, 2 separate, 1 truck. Well, the things we got to do to get in here, we can't cut those pipes. Are we able to maneuver around them? I mean, just picture that tractor coming in.
That is the return line. That one goes back to the pool. This is a suction line from the skimmer, and this is the suction line from the main drain. This one's the problem because we can't blow this line out. This pipe is on here to keep it above the pool level because it's filling up because that valve's not holding.
Oh, great.
And the only way to fix it is to pump the pool down and plug it on that side.
So that means you're going swimming?
Or do a dive. Well, it's whatever you want.
Mike, did you bring your bathing suit?
Yes.
You did? All right.
Birthday suit.
Going swimming? Wait a minute. Are we kidding here, or am I?
Oh, no.
Oh. Well, it's no different from any other day.
Right now, while the truck's being unloaded, let's get these stairs right out. Let's get all the weeping tile out. Let's peel back and pile over here. Let's start shoveling up this stone. Pull out these stones, pull out these stones. Watch everyone's back. If they're too heavy, the tractor will do it. So just start pulling them out, putting them over here. The faster we get ahead right now, the faster we get that tractor back here. He's gonna make himself a ramp. That's why those stairs gotta come out. We'll probably end up maneuvering that later. I don't know how far that wood goes in, because we saw the wood in the ground.
Yeah.
We'll have to take a look at that. So let's get going. Guys with buckets, shovels, someone on this, someone on the stone over there. I'm
Okay.
just gonna stay out front working with them.
Okay, man.
Thank you.
This kind of reminds me of building blocks as a kid, but I don't think I'm as good now. Yeah, I haven't really got the pattern down.
See, that came up way too easy. And some over?
This is some of the hardest stone in the world. Trying to drill through this, trying to break it with a sledgehammer, it's almost impossible. However, get a vein on it, as you can see when they're picking it up and putting it down, a piece will snap off like this guy right here. Obviously, that vein went through here and it snapped off. But the small pieces, years and years ago, the First Nation, Aboriginal people, actually took the stone and turned it into a knife or an axe. Very smart, so sharp. You have no idea how sharp that is. Takes nothing. Take 2 stones together, grind them down like that, and you got yourself a blade.
We got some armor stone here that we're gonna actually use as our retaining wall, and here I am pulling out these big mother stones. Doesn't seem like, seems like we might be able to use them, but no, it's not the right stone. You want them flat so you can stack them. This is a round stone, it's more for a garden area, so we're gonna save them. And I think Teo and his wife will integrate it back into the garden that they should have here. So we just gotta remove them so we can actually work on this wall. And that's the hard part. Here we go.
Talk about a busy day. I got a headache. All this is happening at once. I love it because in comes the interlocking stone for around the pool. So by the end of the day, we're gonna have to clean up the driveway, move all this stone, and then I'll have Tail pick this up and put it in the driveway. But for now, we're gonna put it on the street with everything else. Everything happens at once in my world.
Now this is rock and roll.
The damage we do. We're gonna first try and work around this one here.
You won't be able to move it very well.
Who says?
It's very established.
Yeah, right. We got tractors. We're good? So Steve accidentally leans on this thing and snaps it, and no water comes out. Adam believes that there's already a cap in the pool, down in the drain at the bottom, and nobody's pulled it out again.
We'll start with the base stone for the stairs, because those ones can be placed. Those don't really need a base underneath them.
However, we need it there.
We need it there, and that's where he's gonna come dig this section out for the base for the stair, as well as the start of the wall.
If you notice, he's being very careful not to go beneath undisturbed soil. What we're gonna do is go just below the grade here, get in a bed at a 3/4 crusher run, which gives us that bed. That first stone will go into place, and everything else gets dug around that first stone, and we maneuver ourselves upwards. You don't want to dig everything out and then recreate it. Work on undisturbed soil. This is clay-based. This is great. Let's get it rocking and rolling.
You can't do true level with a natural stone. The top of it's not flat. If it was a everything perfectly level, perfectly flat, yeah, you could get level. All you're looking for is it sits so you get water to pitch off. You don't want water pooling at the back. If you get water pooling at the back, then you're gonna get ice, you're gonna get buildup. Everything's gonna settle a little bit too, so you just pitch them every little bit forward and just try and equal it out.
I like the bigger the better.
Yeah.
It works for me.
We're pretty much dead on.
Yes.
Because we sit it proud, we compact enough, then the stone, the way the actual stone just settles everything in. Because if you got an uneven base in the stone and you try and set it down on something that's perfectly level, you'll get it rocking.
Yep.
So you compact a certain amount, leave a little bit loose, let the stone push it in, sit in, and set everything in.
1, 2, 3, 4, I see 5. How many you got?
5.
Can I show you guys something?
Sure.
Yes, please.
Come on out. Wow, good news, bad news, all kinds of great news.
Okay.
First of all, it's a nice day.
Yes.
I like that.
That's not the only good news, I hope.
It looks like a war zone here. I mean, look at this. Is this a mess or what? Now, we brought in what we needed for today, and I guess you can see the stone that we did bring in.
That's great.
This is what we call armor stone, and I love this stuff. This will sit here overnight, and it'll be gone tomorrow.
Okay.
So we're hoping very much that your neighbors do not mind what we're doing here. Made a new driveway for you, as a matter of fact.
Wow.
We could park in the back now.
No, we're gonna fix this. This will be grass. Yeah, so we've actually pulled all this out. Your shed's gone and a
Be a tool shed here.
piece of crap. So we pulled all this down to create this driveway sloped so we can get the machines in. Both the skid steer and the big cat machine here.
Holy moly, we have our own excavator. Just seeing the wall missing, gone. I don't know. It's just all that work is gone.
You can see that we started with the steps.
Wow, that's great.
And it's really the proper way of doing things.
This is a really nice surprise.
Just looking at that, that's our dream, the way it looks already.
Weeping tile will go in. We will dig it back. We'll have fabric cloth. We'll have everything to make this properly control water that it will not be an issue. But you're going to have approximately, I would say, about 12 ton of armor stone holding this back.
When Mike said you need more gravel, a bigger stone, we didn't expect it to be this big.
Well, you're excited already.
Oh, yeah.
Really
Love this
excited.
stone. It's beautiful.
When this whole project began, when we first started talking about it ages ago, years ago even, before it was even possible, this is what I saw. But it was just, we never thought that it would actually happen. This is amazing. This is really, really good. I can't wait to see it all put together.
I can't either.
These shrubberies or pines, did you plant those?
I did.
Can I take them out?
Yes. You can do anything you like.
Because I'm going to put in a new fence.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your fence is no good. So I'm gonna put in a new fence, and that doesn't work for me on what I see.
When we heard that you guys were going to come, I just thought of the retaining wall. Just the retaining wall. We had a couple of other things, like we had intended at some point to replace the fence at the side of the pool. We know that there's some planting issues here. We were going to address that at some point. So the fact that there are all these bits attached to the wall, which was the main issue, that is just fabulous. It's, I don't know what to say. It's shocking. It's wonderful.
By the time the end of day tomorrow, you won't see really anything out front anymore other than a damaged front property. We'll have that cleaned up, and then we'll be working back here. So I do see your blinds are closed. I'm very happy about that. And you just got to do your best not to look out. I saw you peeking out the window out front. You cheated.
I wish we could watch the process, but
Yeah.
the surprise will be amazing.
We worked outside in the rain yesterday and stayed here till it was dark. And then now we're still digging.
This is great.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. It's fabulous. It's gonna look great.
Yeah.
We don't have the other tractor in here. It'd make it a lot easier, but you know what? To save the trees and continue doing what we're doing, we're maneuvering. It's just gonna take a lot of changing from forks to buckets, but he's gonna come in, clean this up so he can back in this way, pick it up, and the idea is to work our way right across with the Bobcat, staying away from the pool. Starting to take shape now. We can see the tiering. I like that it's coming in and coming around at this area. This stone will be coming in further. Making sure we get the weeping tile in, the fabric to keep the dirt out, and plenty of stone in behind it. Control any water that comes down and weep it out the side of the house. A little bit of work, kid stuff.
This is a geotextile. I've pulled this out 15 years later, and you could wash it and reuse it. The landscape fabric you get at your local hardware store works well for a certain amount of time, maybe 5-10 years. This stuff will last a lifetime. You put a little bit of clear gravel to line the bottom, put in the 4-inch pipe with the sock. So the sock is doing the filtering as well. Then you fill around the pipe with the clear gravel, then you wrap this like a big blanket around itself. So you have this whole drainage bed all in behind. And all that's gonna do is stay nice and clean and keep the water flowing that way. Fold this one over this way.
Yeah.
Bring the excess
Right back over.
right back over. You can either trim it
Yeah.
or tuck it back in and then just throw some dirt on top to hold it in place.
All right, man.
The most important element here is to create some green in this backyard. We're gonna put Japanese garden yews, and they'll spread nicely. They'll form a nice natural hedge, or if they wanna sculpt it with a hedger, they could do that as well. That'll be good. The homeowner had 2 requests. They liked the dogwoods and they liked a serviceberry, so I added those 2 elements to the garden plan as well.
I wonder why they call them dogwoods.
I don't know.
We've got a mixture on this side, I noticed. 9 and 5.
Well, 5, that's
Ferns.
that Japanese spurge that I
Japanese
mentioned.
spurge.
Yes. We're gonna put dragon's blood sedum to spill over the wall.
Listen to these names. Dragon blood, what'd you call it?
Dragon blood sedum. It's a ground cover.
Sedum.
It's just the color of what it sounds like, what you would picture of dragon's blood, like
I'm
this.
starting to wonder which one will guard which, the dogwoods or the dragon blood. Do you have any elephants coming in here?
That's good that you're dumping that sand over there. It's rain. This is killing us. Can't get this machine through here. I got 4 more stones to put in, and I can't get it in to save my life. Mud is the enemy. Everything's sinking away, everything's muddy, it's twice as heavy, twice as dirty. More ground for me to fix later. We're sunk right now. This is a swamp along this side. I can't do anything. Try and fill the ruts back in with the mud, and it just keeps filling back up and filling back up. And the machine won't go anywhere. The plan for today was to get the rest of these rocks in just to finish off the little section on that side and then prep for the base of the stairs. Get the stairs all in, or at least the base prep, so we know where the height of the stairs is so we can grade out around the pool. We need the height of the stairs to grade for around the pool. If you don't have the height for the stairs, you can't really grade the pool because they all got to link together. Barring a miracle of this drying up and cleaning up, we can't do too much. I know they're going nuts on the fence posts, but
It's tough. We got a lot of roots, rocks, clay. These are tough holes.
I like it already. And get through with the tank. This machine's a heck of a lot better in this mud. It's like a tank. You can get actually through it. This is amazing. We're actually going to be able to get it done, get the stairs cut, all that other stuff. Makes a world of difference, a track machine, as opposed to a wheeled machine.
This is good stuff.
That's good.
Well, it's rained a little bit, as usual. It just doesn't seem to stop raining, does it? That's why everything's saturated in muck zone. Prepping to get the steps up in place. Doing the fence in the back. That's looking really good. No sweat. We get the interlocking stone after the stairs are in place. Glass fencing. Okay, let's go to work.
Excellent. The system is actually pretty neat with the clips that hold everything in. This clip here set into the holes in the stone, and then they sit at the back of the stone like that. Nothing ever moves and never have any problems. Thank you. This clip here locks into the one stone, so your setback on each one of the stones is exact, and that's why I peeled it down. Mike's favorite glue.
Oh, I want out. This is where I need to be taller because I can't see what I'm doing.
So you got everything on here.
Yeah, so we basically I brought a couple extra gates. We have all the rest of the aluminum railing system. We've got some extra glass panels, like extra pickets, just in case, you know, we decide to change some of the configuration, but got everything ready to go.
Excellent. I love this product.
So do I.
You see what they did, eh? They took many different stones,
Yeah.
and they're all the same. The shape is the same, and they regrouped the top into different looks.
Oh, is that how they do it?
Yeah, so when you put it, it's goof-proof, this stuff.
Great. Seem to start with this one, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
so
a
what do you have?
clover leaf.
So you have a Y at the top.
It's like a big puzzle.
No kidding.
You guys are making a mess.
Thank you. We got the pattern down. It took a little while just figuring out the pattern, but we got it now.
Good. Look at it. It's a different backyard. We're not even done yet. Perfect.
We have some pine shavings here. It's just a aesthetic thing. And we also have some triple mix on there as well, because we're gonna need it for all the flowers and trees that Lori wants to plant.
I like these. This is a shaded tree, right?
This is a Japanese spreading yew, so it's going to grow more this way than up, but it does get some height. This will grow in both full shade and full sun, so it doesn't matter what they get back here, it'll grow.
That's exactly what we wanted to do. It
Yeah.
looks good. I like your choices.
Thank you.
Looks really, really good. Do you have a floor, or are you just going on the concrete?
No, we're just gonna go on the concrete.
Nice.
You gotta put pool equipment in.
Nice.
Right? You got your
I'm
pump
glad.
and heaters.
Yeah, 'cause I know you do subfloors.
If you need it. But whenever you do pool equipment, you want a concrete base.
Absolutely.
No
'Cause
doubt
I was
about
going
it.
to say, if you're going to do a subfloor, I need access.
You got room around the pipes, no problem. We're gonna have your door here. We're gonna use 2 small doors, so they're not gonna interfere with your wall here, obviously, because you're gonna have a walkway here. You got your pump's gonna go over here. We'll finish up. You bring your gas guy in, hook up all your stuff, and away you go.
Awesome. Hard to believe we're going to be done tomorrow, eh?
We'll be done. I don't know if
I know
you're
that.
gonna be done.
I don't know. I'm going to stay positive. I think we can do it.
Well, we have the fun part of the job.
I have to agree with that. I have to agree with that. I can't wait to see it. I'll get out of your way. I'll go see
Okay.
what the other guys are doing.
Come back at lunch. It'll be done.
Thank you.
All right.
I can't wait to see it.
Basic conventional framing of a house, the soffit goes on after the fact. What we do with our shed design is we put the soffit on ahead of the time and then put the rafter over it, and it saves you a lot of labor time. No more mud. When the green stuff comes out, the end is near.
I really wanted the gray, but this, now that I see this stone down, it's an off gray. It's more of a reddish gray color, but it's not red. Problem is we were short last night. The guys are working late. A skid and a half. Ran, picked it up this morning. It's gray.
Yeah, it's totally different.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, he's not far, so he's just gonna go back, just exchange the skids.
Get him to bring that one.
I will. Okay.
Just not make a mistake. That's the red color. Holmes!
I love this stone, actually. This is a really nice stone. That other interlock has been around for so long, and it's just your basic crap. So every time you see it, it looks okay, and they come up with certain different patterns, but it's basically all the same. This is beautiful. I love this stuff. Sorry. That's right. It's not every day the boss is laboring for you, so I should get a move on.
just love it. All right. I think I've kept their windows closed long enough. I'm gonna go get them. After this, I guess you can open up the blinds in the back. First and foremost, I did blast everything with the pressure sprayer, but...
Oh, hey, wow.
This is beautiful.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
this is our backyard.
This is
Wow.
gorgeous.
In every single job we do, it's all about bringing in the right people, qualified professionals.
When I walked in here, this is what I saw.
I'm glad. You've got good vision.
The problem is what I had to do it.
Oh my gosh, this
come
is
on.
beautiful.
This is way more than we expected. All
Yeah.
I wanted was a wall to hold up the dirt, keep the trees alive, and we got so much more. It's incredible.
I love building. I love taking things apart, making them right. It's what I do. I design. I love using my hands. Every once in a while, I gotta stand back and watch what everyone's doing.
That looks great. I love that.
That's amazing. I've never seen that kind of stone.
Neither have I. I love that.
That's what we call armor stone. It's probably the hardest stone you've ever seen. Try putting a drill into it or hitting it with a sledgehammer, and that's why they call it armor stone.
So we bring in stone specialists, landscaping, the glass framing, all these guys, the guys that build the shed. This is what they do for a living.
We're gonna be living out here all summer long.
I'm just
I
looking at these
love
stairs and
that.
I'm thinking of the old ones that I helped bring all the rock for and how they were gonna collapse when you looked at them. You said they were all done badly, and these look so solid. I'm gonna love watching my kids play on those.
Well, these are over
Every day.
1,000 pounds a piece. They're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
No, they're not gonna fall
This
over.
is beautiful.
The kids are gonna have a blast. I can't wait.
I can't wait.
A retaining wall is much like any other structure, but it is a structure. It is holding back land, property, earth.
Lori has created a plantation in here that next spring you will fall over how this is going to look. Obviously, the new shrubbery in the back is designed to grow in the shade. They're gonna bloom out nice and thick, not too tall, so it still highlights the fence. Oh, you got a new fence, yeah.
That's great. Oh, wow.
To me, the
is
glass
amazing.
rail is what did the whole
yeah.
thing.
So open.
I know it's all about a retaining wall, but it's the little things you put in here that make the difference. And when I first walked in, I saw the glass rail.
Sure, we go a little bit extravagant, put up glass rails and everything, but that's my job. My job is to look at it and go, here's what I can do with this. Here's how I can make it better.
I want to open up, and to me, using glass opens it up. That fence that you had in there not only was ratty and ready to fall apart, it just didn't show what you have. It didn't show the pool. It didn't show anything. Now we see through it, and it gives it
Incredible.
effect.
I feel like I'm in
Yeah.
someone else's yard, like in LA or Beverly Hills or something.
Well, it's so open and classy, and I love it. It's absolutely gorgeous.
The backyard looks twice as big now.
Yes, it does.
And it's even safer for when kids are in the pool. We can see everything.
This is really a replica of a flagstone, and the idea with it, and I've hosed it down, so it's starting to dry. You can see the color of it. What it does is it looks like flagstone, but it's not. It's extremely thick, extremely durable, and you know, to me, the look is fantastic.
I've never seen this before, and this is gorgeous. This is really, really nice. Look at that garden, Joe. That's
beautiful.
nice.
Oh,
Wow.
you did the new stairs too.
Well, we took the stairs out, did all new stairs, and all new, obviously, we ruined the property. So we laid green carpet down on your property. You can see the green carpet. We had a fine company come in and put in a shed. Now, what I love about this product is it's man-made, and that material will last for years. It's not just your standard crap that people have put up, and hopefully you throw a couple of coats of paint on it
Right.
and hope it lasts. This does.
It doesn't matter where we go. It's there. We're gonna find it each and every time.
Look at these stairs.
Oh my gosh. Those are beautiful stairs.
They are. Every spot in this backyard is awesome. I want to sit everywhere.
Everything else can be fixed, lipstick and mascara. It looks good.
Oh, how nice. Oh, I like this.
Kids are going to want to play in here
Double
all the
door.
time.
Oh, that's great.
I didn't even look through the inside of the house. I don't want to. I had enough to do in the backyard.
Last time we looked in the pool shed, it was filled with tools from the old contractor.
That's right. I'd forgotten
They're all
that.
this junk. I really wanted to be part of the crew. I wanted to work with you guys. I love this kind of work. I can't believe this is our yard. Everything, everywhere I look, every angle is gorgeous. You guys really do it right.
Ah, I should maybe trademark that.
You really do, man. This is amazing. Like, look at the angle. Everything is. And you guys have a great crew. Fantastic group of people.
Yeah.
It's like a family. And it's nice to see so many people who take pride in their work, do a good job, do it right.
Thank you. We'll see you in the summer, okay?
Thank you again. I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it.
You're welcome. Keep smiling. Enjoy it. Make me feel good about what I do.
We're going to stay out here tonight.
Thank you again.
We'll see you.
Man, this is gorgeous.
It is.
Can you imagine what the kids are going to say when they come out here?
Isn't
it beautiful, Sarah?
You like it?
Yeah.
Want to go look at our beautiful backyard again?
Okay.
All right.
These are beautiful. Look at that. Very nice.
Like to play some drums?
Oh! I'm a contractor. I drummed years ago.